everyone, welcome to episode 12 of Future Unscripted.
Today, we're diving into a topic we have both felt deeply: burnout.
We're breaking down why burnout isn't laziness, it's a signal, a cue to slow down, reconnect, and come back to what really matters.
We'll talk about the rest as strategy, micro wins, and what it means to keep showing up even when you don't feel like it. Let's get into it.
How are you doing today, Lydie? You look lovely.
Thank you. I'm great. Takes a lovely person to know one. That's what I'm going to say. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm excited
Awesome.
about today. We're talking about burnout, which is a favorite topic and a least favorite topic, probably.
Listen.
I wanted to kick off this episode with a quote I heard recently, or an idea I heard recently that talked about momentum as we're going down the path and doing things every day that make us feel uncomfortable or that we really don't want to do. And that is that if I don't quit, I can't lose.
Mm,
Can't lose if I don't quit. Like if I never give up, there's no way that I can lose. Like that's how we know that we'll make it
I love the thought. I love that. Tell me
in
more.
entrepreneurship and life. Um, it to me the notion of can't lose if I don't quit, it's very freeing. Like I won't stop until I've made it, and I get to decide what I've made it
Mhm.
means. And it's okay to have things in our mind that um like are more material, honestly, to keep us motivated, like um thinking about the car we want to drive one day, thinking about the house we want to have one day. Those are powerful visuals that for me keep me motivated, even if I don't see them in my current reality just yet.
Totally agree. I love
What are
that.
your thoughts on that?
I love that. Manifesting, one of my favorite topics for sure. And so, what else? So, I love what you said about if we can't lose, we can't lose if we don't quit. Um,
Mhm.
that part for me, that's been like the thing I've been writing actually this year without even saying those words exactly. But that's how I feel, and I feel strongly about that. And I think I have seen evidence of that, even like looking around other creators, you know, you always start from somewhere. And if you don't quit, it's almost like as if there's no way that you cannot win, make it to your goal, right? Achieve the goal that you want to achieve. And so definitely, I mean, that's the thing. And I know you and I mean, we're on the same page with that. We're not quitting for sure.
It's also the idea of like we don't stop when other people stop,
Mm,
because
that's
you'll be going along and working on whatever you're working on, building whatever you're working on, and you'll see people peel off. You'll see people exit because either they need to take care of something else that's more of a priority in their life right now, and that's okay,
mhm.
or fear, or any whole slew of things. But you'll see people kind of peel off or stop, and it starts to mess with you after a while. You're like, okay, like I'm gonna keep going.
Yep. And that's why I love to think of this as a marathon. I think we might have mentioned this before. In a marathon, which I have never been in one, but I
Me
can only
neither.
imagine, right? Thousands of people running. But the winners are truly only the people who stay the course. And so that to me is like such a visual. And let's say out of 1,000, people who start a business, the percentage of people, entrepreneurs who stay the course and actually make it is so small. So that's like, to me, it's like fire in my behind to keep
Hmm.
going. Yeah, to keep going and to not do burnout. And so how do we not do burnout? And if we are tired, we recognize, okay, I'm not lazy, I'm just really tired. What can we do? What do you do?
Well, I before we excuse me, before we dive into this topic in detail, I should say you and I are not therapists, we're not psychologists.
Yeah.
We can't speak to the fact. I mean, burnout can land you in the hospital. Like we're not here to speak about how to recover from something like that. That's for the medical professionals. But for me, what has worked is reframing burnout as a signal, not a flaw. You can say this about many, many different things. You can say this about fear as well, that fear is a signal. It's
Yeah.
Some people say that fear means that's the direction that you can go in,
Mm-hmm.
or should go in. But burnout is something that happens when things need to change, something needs to give. Um, it could come from unprocessed emotions or trauma that we have in our life. It could come from overcommitment, losing touch with ourselves. But burnout really is a signal that something needs to change.
I
What's
love
been
that
your
reframe.
experience with it?
I love that reframe. I don't think clinical, and I thank you for putting that disclaimer. Absolutely. We're not professionals. I've heard a lot of people talk about burnout and the clinical burnout where one, like people literally need to leave if they have a job, a 9 to 5, they have to like take a medical leave. So that is serious. It can be very serious. And what you're saying though, of that being a signal is absolutely I totally vibe with that, let's just say, because we have to listen to our bodies. And so when you feel the fear, the burnout, the anxiety, it's like your gut, or your whole body is trying to tell you something. And so it's really time to kind of take a moment and just think, what is going on? Analyze, ask yourself questions. I think I've felt like the pull toward, burning out. I don't know if I've been in a full burnout situation personally myself, but that pull is almost like you can almost touch it. Like it's like you're, extremely exhausted. Your brain is like in a fog. That's what I would kind of qualify this as. And you can't, really advance like to anything. Nothing makes sense. You're being challenged and you get frustrated at small things that typically maybe wouldn't affect you. And so definitely take that as a signal. And then what to do about that? Let's think. I think I'll take a moment, take 5, smell the roses.
Pause, like
Pause. Exactly.
5 minutes,
Exactly.
coming back to the basics.
That's it. Come back to the body, come back to the basics, to the breathing. What I've done like increase maybe meditations. I do tapping sometimes, or a longer walk than, and when we say 5 minutes, it's not literal. It could be like a couple of days of, you know, taking care of yourself, like the self-care and just like doing that. And that's something I definitely need to work more on. Again, just human. I'm trying. I'm
Yes.
not perfect. Struggling like everyone else, but definitely it's so important to take time to just, yeah, take a step back and think what's going on.
It can be hard when you have an idea that you're excited about, too. It's almost like it can almost it can almost feel like the pull is stronger if it's an idea that you really, really care about. And neither you nor I have children, so that is a whole other factor. And the parents out there who are really, really, really feeling it and really, really dealing with burnout, what you and I are talking about is sort of protecting ourselves from ourselves.
Amen. You're absolutely right. And yeah, respect to all the parents out there. We know some of entrepreneurs that have, I mean, kids and like family responsibilities. But it's
Yes.
also a good thing for them to realize that, you have to wear multiple hats. All of us do. It doesn't matter
Mhm.
whether we have kids or
Mhm.
not. And so it's just juggling all of the things. And like being an entrepreneur, I mean, is challenging. And like the challenges are going to keep coming. And I think the more you grow in your business or your venture, the harder it's going to get. And not, we're not saying, I'm not saying that to scare anyone, obviously, absolutely not. It's to kind of embrace them too. Like, you can embrace challenge. Challenge means, once you have gone through that fire, you have grown. You are better on the other side. You are a different person. So to me, it's exciting. I mean, challenge, difficulties. I mean, yes, it's scary, but there's always a positive, to me anyway, in everything. And so that would be the thing that I would say, okay, it's this too shall pass, and I will be better, once I've gone through XYZ, right? Whatever's happening.
Yes. Yes. We had a note in, as we were preparing for this episode, we had a note in here about thinking of rest as not quitting.
Yep.
And when I first read that in our notes, I read that as resetting is not quitting. I didn't read the word rest,
Look at that.
but both are true. So sometimes, and this is where the pause comes in, because if we don't slow down, we can't ask ourselves, what do we need? So the first step is slowing down for 1 second. And then the second thing, asking what we need, it is sometimes we do just need a reset, which could be an afternoon off. It could be, like you said, a longer walk. It doesn't have to cost money. Resetting doesn't have to cost money whatsoever. It could be asking for help from your spouse or a friend. Not assuming that you need to carry the weight of everything that is on your list, because our worth is not dependent on how much we hustle, how much we go after it. The world needs more of that hustle, that energy, but it doesn't need to be painful for the person who's executing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Taking time is so important. And I mean, you can't really perform at your best if you are overly stressed. That's it. Like, your mind is not going to allow you, to give your best. So might as well take the rest. Take the cue.
Yes,
And just absolutely.
that rhymed. I love I love that.
Oh man. I was reading, I don't know if it's completely related, but I was reading an article about how just taking 12 minutes to kind of reframe. It's like, spare 12 minute out of your day. And actually, today's episode 12 is, oh, look at that. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm making connections. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. That was not planned actually at all. But they were saying that your attention is not a resource. It's so valuable that sometimes 12 minute of reset is all you need to kind of perform better. So think of something like maybe adding something in your routine even to kind of take time. And I don't know, they kept talking about that magic number of 12 minutes. So anyway, that was interesting. But like, do you have something in your routine yourself, Aubrey, that you do? Like, actually, this, I've never even thought to ask you that. Like, what do you do maybe daily? Or I know the answer
um,
already.
I I this it's yeah, I'm glad that you're bringing this up because it's very top of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I am shopping for morning routine things.
Mm. Are
I'm
you?
mentally shopping.
Okay.
Um, because there have been I've had periods in my life where I have really stuck to morning rituals, and then periods of time where I've done nothing, like rolled out of bed really stressed out, and everywhere in between.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Everybody is different, but I know deep down that for me, having some sort of morning routine just makes me feel better.
Mm-hmm.
I have also learned that having a morning routine that is so rigid makes me not want to do it.
Yeah.
So this time around, what that tells me is I think I need to sort of loosen my grip on the parameters around this morning routine. Like it doesn't have to be, I'm going to go on a walk from 7 a.m. to 7:20, and then I'm going to eat breakfast. And then I have literally done spreadsheets of morning routines where I've timed it out. And do you know how stressful that is waking up?
Yeah.
Like it totally defeats the whole purpose. The whole purpose. I have a good friend who told me recently that something she's trying is movement and deep breathing before noon.
Mm,
And
that's
that is her
nice.
routine. So some sort of movement, some sort of deep breathing or quiet time or meditation or prayer or journaling. Um, but something along those lines before
Mm,
noon. And I really like that because it gives flexibility, but it also has a timeline to it.
totally agree. You made me laugh, girl. Like the list thing, the same. I've done it. I've done like so many lists where I have like between 6 and 8, but like there's 100 things on that list.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, who's trying not to do overwhelm, but like you have a list because you're like you don't want to forget, but then you look at it and it's like, oh my gosh, it's way too much. Like, and
Yeah.
from like mine was like, take this vitamin and do this and do, maybe it wasn't like timed like yours, but I was like, oh my gosh. And then you do that for 2 days, and the third day, like, yeah. So
Yeah.
absolutely, I love that concept. What you said about something soft, like a soft, yeah, routine or something. I guess I know some guy I really like. He has rules, rules for his day, but I mean, it's a whole idea. And I've been actually toying with that too in my brain. I'm like, I need rules. So meaning that there are certain things that you do, let's say in the morning or before you go to bed, these are the rules. Like I'm going to write, I don't know, gratitude, whatever it is. I'm not saying. But and so if you have a set of things, and rules is a strong word. We don't want to do that word, but like
Rituals.
rituals is, yeah, that's sexier. It's like nicer. Rituals, exactly. That yet you want to perform daily. I mean, that's so much easier. I'm totally gonna work on that. I know I asked you the question. My answer was like, I don't really have, but I know I have to. I have to work on that because the version of us that we were seeing and we're projecting is only going to thank us for having a set of, what's the word now? Rituals.
Rituals. Yes. Yes.
A
Well,
set of rituals.
you have your gratitude ritual that we talked about a few
Oh
episodes
yeah.
ago. And
Yeah.
um it doesn't it will look different for every person, but I think the bigger point is that be on the lookout for things that make you feel better
Yes.
before the world starts telling you how your day is going to go, because the noise is out there no matter what. And it's up to you to sort of program yourself for success. And every day will look different, and that's okay. But think about the things that also excite you a little bit. Like to me, movement is so much more of an invitation
Mm-hmm.
than I'm going to go on a run every single day from 7 to 7:20 a.m. Like I
I
want
totally
my
agree.
power back.
Exactly. Reframe, use gentler words, fun words. Yeah, absolutely. Man.
Um, Another thing that we have talked about a little bit in the past is this idea of micro wins, small
Mm.
wins. What are some micro wins that you can sort of pat yourself on the back for recently
Micro wins. In resting and not quitting?
in resting in life
Or
and business? Like
um
a mini celebration.
yeah, well, one tiny thing that I can actually share is like and I think it's important is I listen to my body. I was experiencing something physically that I was like questioning, what's going on? Maybe this and that. And I actually listened and I have to pat myself on the back, although it's just might be something kind of small, but I'm the person who, would not really listen in the past. I would ignore, and I would just keep pushing and keep pushing harder. And no, but this time I actually, checked myself and got myself checked. And so I'm glad I did. And so that was like an actual physical signal that, okay, Lydie, maybe you're doing too much. Maybe that sleep routine has taken like, is taking a dip, and you need to go back. And so yeah, that was one thing very recently that happened. So that's my share.
Good job. Yeah.
How about
I mean,
you?
so many of us are disconnected from our body and what the signal is. I do not have that solved at all. That's something I'm actively working on every day.
It's
Um,
not easy.
just the one that comes to mind is so just
Go for it.
it's
Just go
very
for
small.
it.
It's a micro win. So yeah, this is what we're
That's
doing.
it. Yeah.
But I've been cleaning my desk off at the end of like around 5 p.m. because usually after dinner I'll hop back on and finish some more things at my desk. But throughout the day, I mean, just stuff
Mm-hmm.
gets piled on, and so I'm going to continue doing that because then it's just easier the next morning. It's more clean, and then if
Yeah.
I end up working that evening, I want to work more when my desk is clean, which probably
Absolutely.
isn't a good combination for burnout, but my desk looks good.
No, but it's true. Clutter is another thing, girl. You can't have.
Yeah.
I mean, it's normal to accumulate things and have things all over. But I'm just like, I've been that girl. Like, I need like somewhat of a clean environment, like not so cluttered, because I feel like clutter around is like clutter in my brain immediately. But then I did speak about that actually in one of my YouTubes. It's like it was saying like neuroscience proves it. Like when you have clutter on your desk, it's like your brain, because your everything enters through your eyes. So your eyes sees it. Even if you don't acknowledge what's in front of you, your eyes are processing and sending those messages to your brain that there's too much stuff, and it's trying to process, why is this piece of paper right here, why is this elastic band here and not where it's supposed to be, right? And so but you're like going about your day like normal. Meanwhile, your brain is like this robot thing is analyzing all these little things around in your surroundings and trying to analyze, and it's just adding to your stress. So might as well. I love that micro win. You
Yeah.
love it.
That's
Cleanse.
so yeah,
Clean
that's
clean
so
that
true.
desk. Absolutely. 100%.
Those small ways we can take care of ourselves.
I know. I know. And that could bring us to the last thing. I'm not sure if we even covered, but like showing up.
Yes.
Yeah.
A
What
lot of
happened?
what we're talking about today is asking ourselves what is within our control individually in our own lives because we can't control anything else. Um, but what we can control is how we show up
Mm-hmm.
and showing up, especially when we don't want to.
Don't want to. You got to show up imperfect. Give yourself permission to pause, as we have discussed already. And so, but the point is show up, stay in the race. Just don't give up.
The only real failure is if you quit altogether. Whatever you're pursuing, it doesn't matter if it's building your own business or if it's wanting to become a better parent or wanting to get more rest, whatever these micro goals, macro goals, wherever you're going, that applies.
Absolutely. I was thinking even just losing weight. I mean, just losing weight is a big thing. Losing weight. Like if you think of it, you know, everybody starts in January and everybody quits by the end of January. Not everybody, most people, right? So
Most. Yeah.
if we could just stay on the course, the changes will happen. They're not immediate. And that's the game. Like it's like a mind thing, you just got to tell your mind you're going to stay. You're going to go through the challenges, like we said, and like you're just gonna win. You have to. You have to show up, and then you will be a winner for sure.
Yes. We only have right now. We can only control right now. But the future hasn't happened yet.
That's right.
The past is the past.
Shall I say the future is unscripted?
The future is unscripted.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love it. But it's so true. There's no, you know what I mean? Like, there's no script. Life happens every day, every second. So might as well show up, be present, do the best you can, rest when you need to. Don't do overwhelm. Burnout, is a lesson. All of that stuff. And just
Don't
play
forget to
hard.
play too. Don't forget to play too. I'm like, don't forget to play. Play is productive. Play exists for its own sake, regardless if you have kids or not, regardless if you are a kid or not, if you're like, play is so important, and giving yourself permission to play. When we play just for the sake of joy, it's imperfect, it's messy, it's fun.
Yeah.
And we need to
Enliven.
tell our brain that we can do that.
Amen. When you say play, and like, I'm going to spill the beans on something Aubrey does almost every time we get together. You have this dance. I love it. And I was just thinking, you know what? Play can be a tiny thing. And I love, like, you dance on your chair. Yeah, it's a quick thing, but it brings the fun. It makes me laugh, like smile. It changes your state, everybody's state. So play can be a tiny little thing. We can't be so serious all the time, because my goodness, life is difficult enough. There are so many problems. People are going through so much, and so add a little play, add a little gratitude, little things, micro things. There we go. Tiny little things that we can do to change things up, and yeah, have a better day.
It's not selfish, it's needed.
Exactly. Man, what another amazing conversation. I have been enjoying this one again so much. We are going to leave you with this. Remember, momentum is about staying in motion, not speed. So you cannot lose if you don't quit. Repeat after me. Can't lose if I don't
quit. Oh, that's so good. Can't lose if I don't quit.
Yeah.
And that leads us to another final thought, a quote that we love by Marianne Radmacher, that sums this up perfectly, because she says that courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, I will try again tomorrow.
This quote needed a second. I love it. So everyone, keep trying. We'll see you next time on Future Unscripted. Bye bye.
Bye.